Starting stream should be
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do most of the talking if you don't want, Flaym.
Yeah,
It's your
I'm
choice.
happy to talk.
Okay. Okay, baby. Okay.
we can get a nice intro going. This is the third grand final here for Purdue this semester. Division 5, Purdue Black Team versus Purdue Northwest.
We also had a Purdue Gold versus Varsity just yesterday. So
Yes, we did.
second one in
We
a
did.
row. So my vote is on Purdue for this match.
Same.
Just saying.
Yes.
Purdue has got it under their belt. I mean, this is just going to
Yeah.
be like a Purdue dub regardless.
Yeah, I mean, kind of crazy.
I'm curious to see what Purdue Northwest is going to ban here, though, because I do know that the one and only Rafflecopter is pretty decent at the ball character, and they didn't
See-
protect the ban.
Yeah, I have to say, Purdue Northwest definitely knows that about their ball and their like kind of like ball formed based comp here with like the ball, Genji, Lucio, Wu Yang, and like the cast or hit scan. So they're definitely gonna try to be better at it again, since I do remember they went off against each other, and I say it was 3-2 with Purdue Black taking the dub, if I'm not wrong.
I also would not be surprised to see a Kiri ban here, because
Yes.
that would probably kill the entire Purdue Black ball comp. So we're gonna see though. Wu
I
Yang.
agree.
We're
Wu
gonna
Yang
see
ban.
a full-on ball comp here.
Yeah,
Probably
looks
with
like
a Genji ball, Lucio Kiri, maybe some sort of hit scan here.
I see the hit scan is probably going to be Cass or Ash, maybe, or Soj.
Would not
one
be
of the-
surprised for the Asher Soj here.
Yeah.
I know that Mecha Ray is kind of
Mike.
pretty solid at the aiming, so would not be surprised to see the Asher. I do know that they've been
Definitely.
scrimming it a lot, so
Yeah, I really want to see how this Ilios game goes. No ball ban, so definitely Rafflecopter is free to do whatever he wants.
we
So
have
we'll
we have to
see.
really pay attention here to how the enemy backline of Purdue Northwest is going to deal with that, because if they commit too many resources to that ball, Purdue Black's just going to take over.
Yeah, and you really just cannot ignore the ball, especially Rafflecopter's ball. He's just gonna wreak havoc in your backline. I know the norm for most games on Overwatch is like ignore the ball, just go for his backline, but he's gonna be in your backline more. So I'm really interested to see how Purdue Northwest is gonna deal with it here, since they're already kind of anticipating the ball comp from Purdue Black.
I would not be surprised to see a Brigana here. Oh, Brig Kiri.
Yeah,
We're seeing
and the
kind of an
Sojourn.
anti-ball comp here. With the
Yeah, you have
Cass
the-
Brig.
Cassidy here to stun him out. We see, Diva trying to kind of just follow the ball wherever he goes with her boosters. The venture pick, I guess maybe to
Definitely
potentially,
Gonna be self-sufficient there on the flank.
and to potentially get some funny boops. That one hole on this map.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna see Rafflecopter here on the rollout.
Ball on the right, we see him looking for a potential rollout here.
Oh, they
Cass
swapped the
in some
hog.
shots. They hog, so they really want to counter this ball here. We see Mecha Ray going for a little poke here. We see ball potentially. Oh, it looks like Mecha Ray gets a pick, but Zeratol Ayaka fall down. But Rafflecopter gets 2 picks on their support line, but unfortunately he dies as well. So it's just Hog and the Soj with the Kiriko, I believe.
This is really gonna fall onto Mecha Ray's shoulders here to be able to.
Definitely, he's trying really hard not to get like hooked here. Successful. Purdue Black is back, but there is a venture on the right side that's being contested by Genji. See more poke here coming from Mecha. Hog on the left. Looks like Genji here as well. looking for a potential kill on that cast potentially. Gets the cat, or it's finished off by Sojourn. You see break here as well. Potential finish off break, unfortunately not. Hog over here kind of like being wreaking havoc on Purdue Black's backline.
Mecha right off the back.
That is crazy, you know. You just gotta be watching out for those, especially on that Venture character.
Wow.
Hooked again.
The Raffle Copper just getting absolutely destroyed by the amount of CC in this comp.
Yeah, they just hook the ball. That's just all they're doing. They did get 49%, so that is good. Ult economy wise, Purdue Northwest does have Whole Hog. However, we're going to be coming up on Purdue Black with Sojourn ult, Ball ult, and even like Kiri ult. So I want to see how this goes here.
The ult economy is definitely leaning towards Purdue Black here. Would not be. Oh,
Definitely.
That's
unfortunate.
That's really, really unfortunate.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna have to back up here to regroup. You don't want to go in. 4v5. See Hop here getting
get out here.
It's really rough.
Ooh, almost
See here.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, and it looks like Sojourn gets poked out as well. It looks like Purdue Black is staggering here a bit. They really do need to, regroup here. We see Ball here getting a little low as well.
Oh, and
Zero tilt balls,
staggered.
however, yes, Venture's, yeah, it's just staggering all around. A full reset is what Purdue Black needs right now, honestly.
The whole 50% nearly that Purdue Black got just went straight down the drain, and they used that overclock, one of their most powerful ultimates.
And they have, Hog already has another Whole Hog coming up on Purdue Northwest. Both teams are looking for ult economy. We do see a Kitsune rush. We see a Blade coming in as well. However, he is unfortunately isn't able to get any picks with that. That's 2 DPS ults down the drain with no picks. Purdue Northwest is really able to keep a hold here.
Luckily for Purdue Black, the other team did use both support ult and Venture ult, so they are able to swing this ult economy back in favor with these mines from Rafflecopter, because he does like to build them really, really quickly.
Yeah, and that's like the specialty here, just getting the mines really quickly. He does drop him here, potentially looking to prevent them from touching. Unfortunately, Soj gets picked off with that Deadeye. Tracer as well, just Ball on point, and it looks like I don't think they'll make it back on time. It looks like Purdue Northwest will take this objective.
Yeah, Purdue Northwest really just playing as a clump here, not letting the ball get value, forcing him into the small space is really, really, really an issue, because all that Purdue Black wants to do here is take tons of angles, surround the enemy team. They're not able to do that because they're just hiding in a corner, hooking them whenever they try to go in. It's a really, really, really not good.
They're just running the worst, most anti-ball comp ever. They already recognize that the biggest threat on Purdue Black is just Rafflecopter's ball at the moment, and they're just trying to prevent him from getting any, damage, any, yeah.
There also seems to be very little follow-up on these slams from Rafflecopter. It's really going to be an issue if they want to kill anybody.
Yeah. Definitely see more entry here. We see Rafflecopter poking here a bit, looking for a potential rollout.
Would not be surprised to see a slam here.
Definitely see Mecha here poking out the Hog. We see Genji getting hugged, and he gets taken out in the beginning of the fight. That is very unfortunate for Purdue Black.
Oh, and a hook on the
again. This Hog is relentless. He is not letting Purdue Black. 2 though, yeah, it's even. Well, 2v3 now. Another boop. Jesus, Rafflecopter.
Oh my
He
god.
is just being a nuisance to Purdue Northwest. It looks like it's a 2v2 now. Genji back. Rafflecopter is low. He gets hooked again, and unfortunately, they both fall.
Yeah, while that whole fight was happening, even though Rafflecopter got 3 picks there, Purdue Northwest just had the point picking up in percentage the whole time. And Mecha getting staggered again. Oh my.
This is just not looking good for Purdue Black. They definitely need a reset here because they are just all over the place. We see Genji looking for, poke damage as well. Ball kind of just seeing what he can do here. Slams, gets hooked.
He's just getting hooked on cooldown.
He's just getting
really
CC'd
tragic.
to death. He gets hooked, then he gets break, shield bashed. He didn't have the cast with the nade. It's just, you just cannot run ball here, honestly, I would have to say. You're gonna struggle a lot. But it is possible.
I do know that Rafflecopter does have numerous other tanks in his pool. I would not be surprised to see him possibly swap to another one of those during the rest of this match, because it really is a big issue on this Ilios.
I have to agree, yes. Ooh, looks like we get a pick here from base Ayaka. Pick on the Hog by Mecha.
Ooh,
Leviathan get another kill
onto the
here.
ball, though.
And that's perfectly fine because he'll be back in like at most 5 seconds. Looks like he's getting speed boosted as well by. Oh, it looks like he's not. Looks like they're setting up
Purdue
though.
Black here, they do have a lot of ults, but Northwest does also have a large ultimate bank.
So they really need to be the first ones to play here. Looks like break. He gets.
Oh my god.
He gets shield bashed out of the Lucio B. That is not good for Purdue Black, especially considering that was their engage. We do see Deadeye here. Unfortunately, ball falls.
Tapping the point though here. They're just picking up percentage just while the entirety of Purdue Black wins the rest of the fight.
Both DPS are down by Northwest. They can easily take this point back.
Oh,
it looks like Leviathan gets hooked. Ball is back, and they do have Blade. I am going to potentially see a Blade here. That is unfortunate. He just got hooked out of the Blade as soon as he was going to just use it.
Oh, and it from Mecha right there.
Yeah, and
it's gonna look like his wraps.
And it's looking like Purdue Northwest will take this first map. Very unfortunate for Purdue Black. They just ran like the most unfortunate comp for ball here, and seeing that Rafflecopter is kind of just the one who starts these engages, he was unable to be as consistent in that, just because of the amount of CC and ball counters Purdue Northwest was running here.
Yeah, I really am concerned for the rest of this match if they do decide to stay on this ball comp, because Ilios might be the best ball map in the game.
I agree.
That they're allowed to play, and if they can't even win on there, how are they going to win on the more brawly maps that Purdue Northwest is going to want to play with the Hog comp? Because it's really a big issue that one, Rafflecopter is getting hooked, or CC'd, or stunned, or slept, or booped, or whatever every time he goes in.
Yeah,
and then he's not getting follow-up because the rest of his DPS line can't even peak the rest of the team because they keep getting hooked by the Hog.
I have to agree. It's just, you just can, with the amount of ball counters are running, Rafflecopter is definitely going to have to do a potential tank change. They can still run with the ball comp. It's just going to be a lot more difficult. He's going to need a lot more help from his DPS, to peel and to definitely be able to follow up just at those right moments.
Yeah, I would not be surprised here to see a Hog ban possibly, because that really was the thorn in Purdue Black's side the entire time.
And that was just
it would open it up a lot for them.
Yeah, and that's just one of the better Hog maps in Overwatch in the map pool, just Ilios in general, so it could just be a map issue too, we don't know, but I definitely do have hope for Purdue Black that they will lock in for this next map here.
We're seeing the Hog ban on Atlas, also another really good ball map.
Yeah, Atlas is just Purdue Black's bread and butter right there. They just love going on that map if they have an option, and I feel like the ball comp is really solid there, and I feel like they're gonna just be comfortable running that now that the Hog is banned. So Rafa will definitely have a much better time trying to get those, kills and starting those engages for fights for Purdue Black.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see a Genji ban here, because I do know that they will try to ban out as much of the ball comp that they're able to, since they cannot ban the ball, as the Hog is banned, cannot double ban tanks. I do think that Genji or Lucio would be the next best pick for a ban here. But we're gonna have to see.
Definitely.
Probably
Yeah.
gonna be another minute or so.
Yeah, no, Purdue Northwest just deciding here what they should ban here. Just what is just good on Atlas that's gonna give Purdue Black the advantage. You know, I do agree with you, Flaym. The Lucio ban or Genji ban could be really good for Purdue Northwest.
Yeah, see, we're gonna
And
see
it
a Genji
looks
ban
like,
here.
yeah, looks like you
They're
were
really
right.
trying to hard counter this ball comp that they're trying to run, trying to put the DPS tank supports each of them on their characters they're not as comfortable on.
Yeah, they're just running the most. They just want to make sure the ball comp can just crumble as much as possible. However, I do know base Ayaka plays a mean tracer, so we might see that coming up here just to sustain that, dive-based comp that Purdue Black enjoys running. So we might see the tracer here coming up.
Yeah, I am curious how Purdue Black is gonna try to take these fights now. Now that the hog is gone, luckily for the ball, but they're also still going to have an issue running into the cast, the brig, the venture, the Kiri. There's not that much of a person to dive in that comp, and they really have to try to work around that. And I think the key to that is really going to be them trying to coordinate their dives rather than playing it like it's a ranked lobby. We're going to have to see how they try to handle it, though.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like we see Trust in Widow, Trust in the Mirror. Looks like we might see a Widow 1v1 question mark. Would love to see that here with Mecha.
Yes, I do know that Mecha Ray does play quite possibly the best Widowmaker I've ever seen.
Oh, 100%.
It's really impressive. So I do think my bets would be on Purdue Black, but
Definitely,
I don't know if that would be the same for you.
Yeah. Let's hope they don't run the Widow. That's just not
I do
something
think the
Purdue
Widow would
Black
have
runs.
a hard time.
Yeah, especially on Atlas.
We are
Right.
seeing talk of a mirror here, so it's possible that they might try a mirror ball comp here.
Yes. Honestly, I give too much shade to Atlas. It's honestly just like a beautiful map. Wouldn't you agree with me, Flaminator?
Yeah, it's really a nice map. I really do think it highlights the fact that some teams really have tempo down and can make the most of their speed. And especially since there was no Lucio ban here, I do feel like Purdue Black may have an edge here. But they are going to be running a Zarya comp on the side of Purdue Northwest. Oh my.
That classic Zarya Reaper comp, similar to what I think, Purdue Purple ran, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're going to run the Zarya comp here because it's really, really difficult for the Reaper to get value here because they're going to have a Kiriko and a Wuyong here that are both just going to try to run away from that Tracer and Reaper, and it's not going to get a lot of value.
What I'm thinking he might do is the Zarya might just bubble the Reaper to potentially disrupt their backline. But we do see ball here. Yes, a big slam here by Raffle. See Kiri poking here a bit with the Soj. See Reaper on the right side, I believe, kind of just closing that space for Purdue Black. See,
I do think that Purdue Black is kind of getting pushed into a corner here, though. It's really difficult for them here.
This is definitely not looking super good for Purdue Black.
Sojourn really wants to take these off angles, and Purdue Northwest are just doing an incredible job of shutting Mecha Ray down.
Definitely, it just looks like they're just playing together as a group. Purdue Northwest here. We see Reaper just scouting for angles to just hold off ball from just running through. We do see Ayaka going down first. It looks like they might have to regroup here. We see the Reaper here with the bubble as well, that classic Reaper bubble TP. It's honestly one of the stronger comps in Overwatch, I would say. It's just you're either gonna get a lot of charge with that or a pick from Reaper just from the extra bubble that
The
he
grab
gets.
coming up here from the Zarya, really very fast here, might be an issue.
Yeah, Purdue Black is just falling apart here. We see Wu Yang here getting his ult. He does get a pick on the Lucio. And that Kiriko is one. He does get the Tracer. Ooh.
The problem here is the Purdue Northwest has just been letting the clock tick up the entire time that fight's going on, and even though Purdue Black didn't really lose that fight until the very end of that point, they really just let them have the point for free for a very long time. And now they're coming into 4 ults, even though they do have 5, they're coming into much stronger team-based ults than what they have.
Definitely, but it looks like we see a Wu angle on the Tracer. We get a pick here by Leviathan on the Lucio. Ball is low. He gets solo grabbed.
Wow.
If that doesn't say enough how much they hate Purdue Black's ball, I don't know what will. That solo grab just to kill off that ball, insane. But it looks like Purdue Northwest will get this
big
point.
issue here is really they each used 2 to 3 ults, but Purdue Black did use both support ults here. While Purdue Northwest still has the beat, it's really going to be difficult for them to re-engage here. Unless Mecha just pulls it out of nowhere like that.
We see Mecha here poking out the Kiriko. That is just huge. We get 2 picks from Rafflecopter's Mines on the support line, and we see a Reaper pick by Mecha Ray, so it looks like they're sustaining here a bit. We see Wu Yang here poking out the Zarya. Ball potentially looking to stagger them off. They are going to back up for now.
I do think that this is going to be very difficult, though, for Purdue Black, because they're running up into 3 ultimates with none. There's going to be a beat engage from Purdue Northwest here.
Yeah. Ooh, and it looks like Mecha falls victim to that pulse. Zeratul falling down from that Zarya, and Leviathan getting melee'd by the Lucio as well as the Rafflecopter.
Rafflecopter getting body blocked. It's so difficult for the ball to run into this really team-based comp here. They're playing as a clump, and they can't really do a lot here.
Especially with Purdue Northwest backline, Kiriko Lucio just the best self-sustain. It's just the most like anti-dive comp out there. Just ball cannot really slam on any one of them. Besides maybe Reaper, unless he has a death wish, just because Reaper is just gonna get so much value off of shooting the ball.
We have another grab coming up for Purdue Northwest as well.
Yeah, we do need to see a touch. Mecha does fall from that Kiri. We see Ball getting ulted, but he does get grabbed. Tracer falling as well as Leviathan on Kiriko. We see Logic does get a pick on the Tracer, however, it's just not going to do much, and it looks like Purdue Northwest will take this point, or this objective.
Yeah, it's really bad that Purdue Black keeps using these ults here on losing fights. It's like, if they use the ults, they have to win some of these, and they're just not committing using the ults.
Yeah, I definitely agree here.
We're gonna see a Mines, Rush, and also Tracer bomb.
Leviathan does get a good pick here on the Tracer. We see, it looks like Haika does fall as well. I think he's looking for a potential rollout here with the Mines. We see it here. Big slam.
Very big.
Gets the Lucio. That should be definitely huge for Purdue Black. They're all low there. They force out Suzu. We see Reaper's kind of keeping a check. We do see Wu Yang fall with that pulse. Very unfortunate. Raffle does get the Kiriko, and it looks like this point will go to Purdue Black for now.
I've got you covered.
Nice tracking here by Based Ayaka to kill that Reaper.
Unfortunately, getting traded out though.
Yeah,
we really want to see Purdue Black here really take as much time as they can and let this timer on the point run up here, because what they've been doing in these previous points, they've kind of just been letting Purdue Northwest get it for free.
No, I definitely agree. We do see Mecha here dealing with a Tracer, getting the Reaper as well. looks like the point goes to Purdue Northwest. However, they do have a lot of ults. We see a Kitsune rush.
Oh,
by
humongous
Leviathan.
ult.
2 humongous pulls by base Ayaka. And just, he gets solo grabbed and blossomed. And
But
it
Purdue
looks like it
Black
gets the
using
Tracer.
more ults and still losing the fight. It's really, 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 really bad.
Really unfortunate here. We do have Deadeye to potentially zone them out, as well as another minefield coming up, along with a Wu Yang. Hopefully we
Really
can see.
troublesome here that these ults
Yeah.
from Purdue Black keep coming out and getting denied by Purdue Northwest.
Yeah, it just looks like Aika's just taken out by their enemy Tracer. Not looking good at all for Purdue Black. So Raffle's gonna have to
Are probably
potentially,
making mines here.
yeah, potentially make a play here.
Oh,
Zeratul does fall as well.
The mines
see
are
it
come on the
poking up
point,
here.
but I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
Yeah. It just Rafflecopper's whole backline is just not there with him. It's just him and Tracer on point right now. He just falls, and unfortunately, this point will go to Purdue Northwest. Honestly, I really just don't think the ball comp is just working. Honestly, they know how to deal with it, how to counter it, and how to split Purdue Black enough to where Rafflecopper cannot get the follow-up he needs from his teammates. And that's just really stinging Purdue Black right now.
It's really dreadful here how Purdue Black is playing possibly the best stalling point comp they could possibly be playing, but they keep letting Purdue Northwest have the point for free, let it tick up. Even when they don't use an ultimate, they're kind of just letting it happen, and it's really gonna bite them back in these fights when they're winning the fight, but the other team has gotten 50% or so on the point during the fight. So even though you won the fight, it's really, really an issue here.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm curious how Purdue Black is gonna try to counteract this really clumped up style of playing that Purdue Northwest is gonna have. And it's really gonna be difficult for them.
Yeah, definitely. I do think there needs to be a change in how they exactly run this ball comp. We might need to see a tank change, honestly, because Purdue Black season, they've just constantly just ran the classic ball comp and it has just steamrolled so many teammates. But Purdue Northwest is just ready. They have just prepared themselves to deal with and counteract just a ball comp in general. And it just looks like Raffle is constantly getting, just picked off and just like checked by Purdue Northwest Gold's tank and DPS, which is really not helpful for Purdue Black whatsoever.
I really do feel like this ball comp has a lot of potential to work, and I do think that Purdue Black has the ability to run it to that level. It's just right now they don't seem to be on the same page, and it's really coming back to bite them.
Yeah, there needs to be better follow-up from, I would say Ayaka and Mecha when, Ball puts a slam and potentially gets enemy teammates low. I'm just not seeing that as much here. They're just kind of split and doing their own thing. So definitely they could be more, helpful to Raffle and just following up on any of his slams. Like we do see a Genji dash potentially happening more often. The ball comp could just honestly just work. But right now it just looks like Purdue Northwest's like efforts are just going towards just keeping this ball from like doing its job, honestly.
I would not be surprised to see the Genji come back out from base Ayaka here, because I do know that they are a avid, very good Genji player. And luckily now, with that Genji ban gone, probably the biggest one-trick hero on Purdue Black, I do think that they do have a much better chance here. I am very hopeful for them to try to work this out
Definitely.
and defeat this Zarya/Hog comp. We are going to see a Zarya ban come out on Esperanza.
Yeah, looks like we're going Esperanza. And I will say, push is definitely really good for ball comps, I would say, and just dive comps in general. And with that Genji especially, it looks like we have a good chance here to see Purdue Black coming back. So I'm really excited to potentially see that. I'm
I
really
am
curious.
really happy with that Zarya ban because it does block out that ball ban that that
Does.
Northwest is just itching to use. And they really are just waiting for their opportunity to use that because that
Yeah.
will make it very difficult for Purdue Black.
But there is a good chance, Purdue Northwest brings back that Hog because, I mean, Hog was just constantly just hitting hooks. So I would not be surprised if they just decide to run a Hog comp here on Esperanza just to keep that ball from, like, doing his job. However, it'd be quite unusual.
I do think that the mechanics from each individual player on this team are very good, if not some of the best mechanics I've ever seen on a ball comp team. I see a lot of resemblance of them in Crazy Raccoons because they just love taking those super deep angles on the sides. And a lot of the other matches they've had, it's really been sweeps. And I'm very, very, very hopeful that they start to bring that back because I know they're able to do it.
Definitely, I agree. Looks like I'm getting a little ping here.
Oh, so we are gonna have some black team bingo here.
Yeah, it looks.
Okay.
Let me see. We see a Genji ban. That already happened. Put an X on there for that. Coordinated dive. I don't know,
if
Flaym.
that's
What do you
happened
think?
yet. I don't know if that's happened yet.
Supports on objective. That has happened. Insta Sombra switch. We haven't seen that yet. And, there are various more. Primal Blade. That is interesting. We could potentially see a Winston pick here from Rafflecopter. Because I do know he plays... Yeah.
We haven't seen the Ajax from Logic already, but I am very, very confident in his ability to not have a double X on that marker because I know how much he likes that Lucio, and he's very, very good at it.
Now, I don't know, did Logic get picked yet? It says here Logic gets picked.
Yeah.
Has that happened yet?
Yes. It happened once.
I'm sorry, Logic. I'm gonna have to put an X on this. Late Kiri Rush, the rushes have been pretty good.
The
to
rushes
be
have been on
honest.
point, I think.
Yeah. The zero death team wipe. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened as well. Winnable, 100%. It is winnable, man. Like Purdue Black definitely has it.
See the second ban from Purdue Northwest here. I know that the Zarya was banned.
It looks
ban.
like an Ana ban. So it looks like they're anticipating. Wait, Ana ban was from Purdue Northwest, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and it looks like the Ana ban is to potentially prevent Nanoblade, or
I'm really surprised though because I feel like Purdue Black didn't want to run that Ana there anyway.
Yeah, but it looks like the Ana ban for Purdue Northwest is just to... Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can only just see the Nanoblade being really useful here, or just Nano in general. However, I've not seen Purdue Black being consistent with an Ana pick. But we do see the Hog coming out again, kind of like what I said. They're just trying to just make this ball's job just really hard. But we do see a rollout here potentially coming up.
I do think that Ana ban was meant to work for that Hog to allow him to get a lot more value. But I am surprised that we're not going to see the Brig again. It might be slightly more difficult for Purdue Northwest here.
Right, that is true. That's right. The Ana ban. It looks like Haiga gets cut out already, and the fight doesn't even start. We see Hog here wrecking havoc on Purdue Black's backline. We do see a Tracer pick. Even both Tracers dead. Leviathan gets taken out. Look at Sojourn's falling low as well. Ball here. Oh, we do see a Lucio pick. Can we get the Kiriko? Can we get the Kiriko? She is one.
Oh,
we get a Kiriko pick.
Ball pick.
Huge slam. We see Ball here kind of just like poking here. Can we get a slam? Can we get a potential pick on the Venture here? Looks like he's rolling out, but it looks like Aika just falls again. We see Ball here getting some poke. Sojourner as well, struggling with the Tracer. She's just in his face. Ball just kind of just rolling around, waiting to potentially retreat safely without getting hooked by that hog, and he just gets hooked again.
Oh, barely out. Hey, somewhat of a ball connoisseur myself. I'm seeing the text here. It's really, really impressive, but it doesn't seem to be working against this hog comp because it just seems like the hog is walking the backline.
Yeah, his tech is really good here, especially on this map. It's just the hog is just not letting him do his job. He gets hooked, that's just a CC, and just his whole play is just gone because the whole team is in front of his face. And we see Whole Hog coming out, of course, on the ball. Only just focusing on the ball here. We see here
really
Hog for potential hook.
Here. If this Hog's just allowed to walk up on the backline every time.
Yeah.
Free win really, really, really good with these hooks though.
Definitely. He's just hooking every time. There's just a hook on this ball. We do see Tracer getting picked by Mecha.
Maybe a possibility for Purdue Black to push back here, but we just have to avoid the inevitable hook from the Hog.
It's just the Hog is just being super disruptive. We do see Raffle getting his get back and just shutting down this Hog, as well as the Kiriko. Lucio picked by Zeratul. It looks like Venture is going to follow as well. It looks like ult economy-wise, Purdue Black is looking pretty nice with a Minefield, Sojourn ult, and Kitsune Rush. However, Purdue Northwest does have Venture ult and a Kiriko ult, as well as a Lucio ult coming up.
And on the Kiriko.
Yeah, it's just this Hog is not missing any of his hooks. They do get a Lucio pick. Yes. The plan is you just need to avoid the Hog. He's gonna be coming at you, but you just need to just avoid this Hog as much as you can. We do see Kiriko getting low, but Hog just protecting her and just preventing the ball from just getting that kill. We do see some poke damage here by base or Mecha Ray. Hog is low. If he could potentially, he does fall off, unfortunately.
But the pick on the Zeratul again.
Yeah,
really
they're just
tragic.
falling apart. His ball just has to retreat because this Hog comp is just not letting Purdue Black just do its job.
Yeah, I am really concerned here if Purdue Black continues to not go first in these fights, because right now they're letting Purdue Northwest control the tempo, and they're running into 4 ults with just 2. It's going to be really, really difficult for them to go back in here.
Well, we do see Kitsune Rush, but another Kitsune Rush to counter that. A beat as well. That's 2 support ults by Northwest, and it looks like they're going to get value out of it. 2 picks on Leviathan and Mecha. Ball just kind of regrouping here. This is just really unfortunate. Yeah, and we do get a pick here by base Ayak on the Tracer. However, he does die while doing it.
Yeah, I'm really questioning the Tracer pick here, knowing that base Ayaka is so much more comfortable on the Genji. Would it just be better to play the Genji here?
Watch yourselves.
That's what I'm thinking, but I think he's just worried that the Hog is just gonna hook him, and just after he just uses his deflect, and he just wants to Tracer for better mobility and just to potentially prevent getting hooked off here. We do see Mecha here with his ult. We see Wu Angle as well, getting the Kiriko and Lucio. Kiriko does use both her cooldowns. Hog does fall. Lucio here potentially getting killed as well. So you're getting really low.
Be able to save some ults here, but it's really a close dogfight here. And
definitely.
all the while, Rothakopter is pushing the cart on the way back to the middle.
It looks
really
like he
good
needs
cart steal here.
Yeah, we do see the Genji here coming back for base Daika. I'm really happy to see that. But we do just need a full regroup here, yeah.
Luckily here, now the ult economy is really tilted towards Purdue Black, but these mines not gonna catch anybody out.
Most definitely.
That ult economy straight back into Northwest favor is really gonna be tragic here.
Yeah, just Sojourn here getting no value with her ult, but she is getting ulted by the whole Hog. Leviathan gets a pick on the Tracer. Hopefully we can see Genji gets picked off though, unfortunately, along with Wu Yang. and Mecha Ray. They're just, Purdue Northwest is not letting Purdue Black do their job here and just really stinging them right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
this POV swap to that hog hook hitting that token really just a reoccurring theme here of how the hog
is just he's just not
destroying
missing.
the Purdue Black comp.
Was this guy in like 12 hooks, one hole for like 10 hours? Like, he's just not missing. We do see Lucio pick here. However, Mecha does get picked off as well. Kitsune rush. We do see Ball getting here real low. We see Tracer getting picked off as well. We see Leviathan here potentially picking off some people. And it looks like Purdue Black is going to take this fight with picks on Venture and Kiriko. You know, they have a long way in under just 3 minutes. And it looks like we have Hog here as well. Looks like they're trying to stagger him. Oh,
Not quite gonna get that stagger though.
Yeah.
But this alt economy, really, the mines from Rafflecopter, the blade from Base Ayaka, and also this zone.
Yeah, and it looks like we do see mines here by Raffle. He does
another whole hog.
Another whole hog. He's just getting. How many whole hogs has he had? This is like the 4th one, I think.
That's 4th or 5th, yeah.
Yeah, this is just not good for Purdue Black. Raffle here just looking to potentially get any value here, but his whole backline is just dead again. You see Ayaka here just trying to get the Venture kill, but it looks like he's going to get staggered, unfortunately.
Okay, luckily for Purdue Black here, though, Base Ayaka does have the blade, and there is no beat response from Maldini from Purdue Northwest, but there's another pick from the Hog. This Hog really just running it down on Purdue Black, really making it very difficult.
Yeah, this is
really
honestly not working for Purdue Black. They're just, the ball, it's just...
They need to stabilize so they can actually fight back with their ultimates.
Yeah, and just Genji
and
gets picked off.
going down again.
This ends now.
And we see Sojourn with an ult here. Nice hit, though, on the Tracer. That is just really nice. Kiriko, potentially. She does go out, but he does get hooked. It's just, you cannot peek this Hog, honestly. He's just gonna hook you if you just look at him with hook. This is just not good for Purdue Black.
He's already almost back to another whole hog. He's at 94%. And another
this is
from
just...
the hog. He's got whole hog number 5 here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this is just not good for Purdue Black whatsoever. Just Hogs stomping, curb stomping on Purdue Black's backline with the whole hog. Ball here just dying. We do see potential. We can see a potential contest, but
we need a contest here, otherwise
yeah,
this is not happening.
Yeah, we do see Genji here getting contested, but it looks like, unfortunately, this is going to go to Purdue Northwest.
Wow,
they are just holding it down.
The Hog from Purdue Northwest is really causing big issues here.
Yeah,
for Purdue Black, and either there needs to be a big shift in play style from Purdue Black, or there has to be a swap of some kind. Or it might just be over for them. They really have to figure this out quick because they are on match point for Purdue Northwest.
I agree. You know, from what I've seen, I just think they need to change their whole comp, honestly. Not the whole comp, but they need to just... We might just need to see a ball swap. I think you can still make it work. However, they're just constantly, this Hog is just not getting contested enough by Purdue Black. He's just walking on like Rafflecopter's backline. So we might need to see a change here where we can just sustain the backline better. I know we went Kiriko Wu Yang for that. However, that just still isn't working. The Hog is just curb stomping. We see constant Tracer follow-ups and just from Purdue Northwest, they're just like locked in. It looks like Purdue Black is just going to have to just keep their head up for this next game and give it all they got, or else they will be giving up the championship here to Purdue Northwest.
There is going to be a Freya ban here, going to Gibraltar from Purdue Black. And I do know that there were some concerns from Purdue Black about going on escort maps here. But I do know that the ball comp to stall the point on this map is really, really strong. And
Definitely.
I 100% believe in this team that they can reverse sweep here. They really
They
need to figure out
100%,
quick
yes.
because they've got one shot, and if they don't take that shot, this is not happening.
I agree. Now, now I'm looking back at this black team bingo card. Leviathan 3 plus personality. We haven't seen that yet.
Now, the
Now,
Ana was banned last map. I would not be surprised
true.
to see it come out
Yes,
this map.
yes. My apologies. I forgot Hanukkah, man. But we do see DPS negative KDA. To be honest, it's just the DPS are playing fine. It's just there isn't enough coordination with the ball comp because Ravelcop just needs more help. Because Purdue Northwest's goal, I'm telling you, in their mind is just make sure the ball cannot do whatever he wants. If you see him, hook him, CC him, and just shut him down. They just locked on a target here just for the ball. But with Gibby here, it looks like even if they do decide to go Hog, which I don't believe is strong for Hog on Gibby, it could be, but I just don't think it's just good in comparison to Rafflecopper's ball here, along with, base Ayaka's Genji, Leviathan's Kiriko. I know it's just really good here for dive and just keeping that high ground away from like Purdue Northwest if they're on attack will be really solid for Purdue Black to to like get this extra space here and just take the dub.
We are gonna see a ball ban coming from Purdue Northwest, knowing that
Ball ban.
really wants to play that ball.
It just looks like,
they just
just
want to shut down as much as they can, and they're really trying to make it difficult here for Purdue Black to play what they want.
Yeah.
Makes it very, very annoying for them to try to make this reverse sweep happen.
Just they saved the final match potentially for Purdue Northwest. Just ban ball. Let's just ban Rafflecopter's best tank right now. However, I do know he plays a mean Winston, so we could honestly see. I'm thinking we're gonna see a Kiriko, Lucio, Winston, Genji, Tracer comp maybe, or a Sojourn. Continue with that Sojourn. I would not. We're definitely gonna see a Genji here. I would not be surprised for that.
I would be very concerned if they don't run either the Ana break or the Lucio Kiri here, as they are almost definitely going to play Winston unless somehow Rafflecopter has picked up a diva in the past 3 minutes. I don't know. You never know with him. He's really good at this game. But
100%.
I would be very happy with this ban here from Purdue Black because, one, it opens them up for later maps, assuming they can win this map. Two, they get to play the Winston, which they are very well practiced on. Three, they may be able to put Mecare on this Ashe here. Really, really powerful. And that could honestly be the turning point, allowing Mecare to take over the lobby on Ashe because he's really good at the hit scan here.
Oh yeah, definitely. And honestly, this is just gonna be the biggest match for Purdue Black here. If they cannot turn it around, then they are just gonna go home 0-4, which is just not what Purdue Black wants whatsoever. So we're definitely gonna see really good gameplay here coming from Purdue Black. They are gonna give it their all, and I'm really excited to see that. And we do see a nice view of Gibraltar. Look at that lighthouse, just beautiful. Like wow.
Ooh, I'm really concerned about this Widowmaker here, though.
We see, Purdue Bingo. According to that, let me check that real quick. Give me 1 second.
The Brig Ana backline, like I was expecting.
Ana Brig is really solid here.
Genji Widow, as opposed to the Ashe. Now, I do feel like this Ashe here really might be the better pick, but clearly Mecare wants to prove me wrong, and I am more than open to see Mecare pop off on the Widowmaker. His aim 100%. Is so I am
that's the nice thing about Purdue Black. Everyone on Purdue, what makes Purdue Black special is their mechanical skill. Every single one of them have really strong mechanics, which is why they're able to just like dominate in these lobbies. We do see Mecha though potentially trying to get a pick here. Let's see, he's having a duel here with the Ashe potentially. Ashe does get the pick, gets him low though. Just looks like Widow here just struggling.
Oh, what a
Reaper
sweep.
controlling the off angle.
Oh.
However, he's able to wraith away. We do see Winston here just wreaking havoc on Purdue Black. Ooh.
Once again, Purdue Black just letting the cart push for 3.
Yeah, we do see potential. Oh, he gets booped.
There's a lot of split going on in the backline here.
Definitely, but they do get the Ana pick, but however, Genji does fall with it. They do need to get cart though, because
The cart
they
does
are
need to be
getting cart.
contested here.
The cart needs to be contested, and it looks like it does. We do see Widow unfortunately
Leviathan
picked
should
off
be able to
here.
live here.
He
We're
should.
gonna see a large rotate from Leviathan and Zeratul here, trying to get to the back high ground where they really have a better overview.
Oh yeah,
Rafflecopter really just needs to live for a
100%.
second, but he might get picked here. Oh, that's really bad.
Fortunately, he does. It just looks like this is not looking for Purdue Black. We do see a pick here by Mecha Ray, but unfortunately, it's just not gonna work. They are just getting constantly shut down.
I really feel like we need to see the Mechare Ashe here.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned that we are still staying on Widow. I think it was to potentially get that ult out of the way, but running just Widow on both Winston and Reaper will be very challenging. But how
Mechare
Purdue Black
really
will,
has to take over the lobby here, and it's just not happening.
yeah, how Purdue Black is gonna win this here is they need to control that high ground, but it looks like Purdue Northwest is just playing around with like Purdue Black's backline. And it just looks like Reaper falls down as well. This is not looking good for Purdue Black. We do see a retreat by Leviathan, but it looks like he's just gonna fall. Potentially
We do
just
see a
standing there to
swap here
reset.
for the Ashe from Mechare.
Yes.
I do think that his Ashe is very, very strong and has the potential to turn this around. But
Ashe
we
is
need
really
to see
good.
a lot
Yeah.
more resource light.
Definitely. And it just looks like,
while his backline gets done.
yeah, they just cannot touch here. They're constantly just like tearing at Purdue Black.
Wow. The Ashe on the enemy team absolutely destroying Purdue Black. And it's really going to be difficult for them to hold here because they have 3 ults they're playing into with only 3 of their own.
No, I definitely agree. This is just not looking good for Purdue Black. We do see a pick though on the Ashe. We do see a nano on the Winston. However, Leviathan misses that sleep. We do see a Kiriko pick, so that's 2 down for Purdue Northwest. Another pick by Base Ike on the Ana, but we do see him getting picked back by the
See
Winston.
the Primal Blade from Rafflecopter there.
The Primal
really
Blade.
good.
You said, if I'm not mistaken, did you say Primal Blade?
I did.
That is just a square on the bingo card right there. We see a Primal Blade, just a little off the side for the black team bingo card. That's
Would
the
not be
thing there.
surprised to see it. Oh, we've got a pick. We don't even need to use the nano engagement. We're really, really, really helpful
Yeah.
here. And
It looks
hopefully
like
this
the
Reaper
state-
gets picked as well.
Yeah, but it looks like he's gonna TP
Oh.
out, but it looks like
The Reaper's
they have
going up
Nano
top.
Blade potentially. Looks like they're trying to work with a Nano Blade here. We do see Raffle here jumping
Big
on the
pick again.
Ana. However, Zeratul does fall.
Oh, big pick
Nice
from Rafflecopter.
jump here by Raffle. It looks like they're standing here pretty well.
Oh, Ana off the
Unfortunately,
map. Oh, Ana
Leviathan
dead.
does fall out. It looks like Raffle is gonna die here, unfortunately.
They are
However,
gonna
we do have
another
Bob.
contest.
With
There's
the
gonna be
Bob,
another
yes, we
contest
will.
with the Bob here.
And we do see that good
Well,
contest
hopefully
here.
a nano blade as well.
Definitely. Which really just looks like it's gonna happen now. Do we see huge Nano Blade? Just he cannot really do much. That was a
Just
good
one
pick.
but it might not be enough. This
Yeah,
break
and
with
just,
no repair packs. Really gonna be an
and
issue.
that's just the only
There
thing
might
you
be
can
a
do with
rally
that.
coming up here in a second though.
Definitely. You know, the Nano Blade could have gotten more picks, but that Bob on card by Purdue Northwest was preventing
Oh, that's really
Based
bad.
from like doing that. We do see rally coming out. Stall potentially, but it looks like Logic and Zeratul is gonna fall. Base Haiga is gonna fall as well.
Really tragic here. That Purdue Northwest really snowballed through a lot of first and second point, and even though Purdue Black got a very good hold at the end of third point, a solid minute and a half, they had so much time to spare that it's going to be an issue.
No, definitely. They were holding their fort really well, but just the Winston ult and just being split, honestly, with their split backline that, Purdue Black likes to run, it's just going to be really tough, especially with a Winston who's primaling at you. It's just, there's not going to be much help. So we might want to see a little change here, maybe. We could definitely, it looks like we're going to stay the same. I really do like the mech around the Ashe. I do feel like he got a lot of value. But I really think that Purdue Black is going to have to pull off a miracle here if they want to win this map to even have a chance at coming back here. Because they have to cap all 3 points, and the other team has 2.5 minutes more than them. And it looks like we see Winston emoting on the left there, shaking his...
Getting a little groove on here.
Gil action going. And we see Kiriko here, joining in. Looks like they're locked in now. Locked in Winton.
Are we gonna see the TP from the sim to get the backline over to the other high ground?
Yeah, looks like they're trying to look for a potential jump here. Looks like he's just getting constantly picked by that Ashe. Picked at.
Leviathan really getting a lot of ult charge already, though.
Yeah. See Mecha just trying to contest the front line here.
Now. Oh!
Definitely, but it looks like he's gonna fall apart here. This is not good for Purdue Black. They're unable to actually get a full play here because Purdue Northwest is holding their ground.
Luckily, this backline can kind of chill up on this high ground and not have to worry about it as much. But they really have to be aware of the Ashe on the opposing high ground. If they want to get past that, they have to contest her.
Definitely agree, yes. We see Ana here getting some poke damage on the enemy Ana.
Really low, though.
Definitely.
The Tracer goes down.
We do see a pick on the Winston by Rafflecopter. Really good here to get some space here. We see Ashe here with the Nash duel, kind of hiding to get some healing. It looks like they're going to rotate on that high ground.
Gonna come back really quickly, though. Would not be surprised if it comes to do with Ashe. Mechare falling really low.
Definitely. Looks like they're trying to...
This Winston on the cart really, having a difficult time here.
Yeah, this Winston here falling pretty low.
Would not be surprised to see a Nano Winston engage here.
Definitely, because you've seen Anti here, he does get Nano to stop that, anti-effect from doing too much damage. Zeratul does fall, however, our enemy Rafflecopter is still alive.
Yeah,
they're gonna jump in as well, potentially help.
Difficult time here.
Yeah, but it looks like it just looks like Purdue Black cannot do anything here. They're just constantly at the backline on Purdue Black side. It's just really hard right now.
Yeah, the Winston keeps getting poked out here, and it's really causing a lot of havoc for the Purdue Black backline. And if the backline of Purdue Northwest doesn't get contested here, it's going to be really, really difficult for them to push through here. Now, we are coming up on 5 ultimates from Purdue Black, so it is definitely possible, but Purdue Northwest still has 4 ultimates to fight back against that.
Definitely. I mean, both sides have a lot of 4 ults by Purdue Northwest, as well as Purdue Black. Early rally, but he does get picked off, though. Tracer. Looks like Tracer falls and Brick falls. We still have Bob, Nano, and Rafflecopter's Primal.
Yeah, really gonna have to use this Bob to touch here, probably. Either that or the Tracer. And they really have to contest that point for a long time now. Because they have to get that all the way through that open space without even, being able to have one person get off card is going to be really difficult for Purdue Black.
No, definitely. It just looks like we got Ayaka looking at a potential card push here. We see Rafflecopter jumping in on the Winston here. Looks like he's kind of falling
really
low here.
Nano here, though.
Yeah, really wait.
Yeah,
see the Nano finally on the Kiriko.
Jump onto Ana here. Might be able
Ana
to
as well. It looks like Ana's gonna fall as well, but it looks like.
2 picks, but the back front is Purdue Black.
However,
goes down.
we do have Primal, so Raffle King contests. Potentially long enough for them to get back.
Goes down.
And we do see a pick on the Winston, and he falls by Reaper. Oh my god, will they get back on time? And they don't.
Wow.
Unfortunately, Purdue Northwest Gold takes this game, and they take the championship series as well. Really unfortunate for Purdue Black, but you know, they tried their best. They really put in their 100%. Really just unfortunate here, but you know, a really nice few games, nice bunch of games here we were witnessing today.
Yeah, I really feel like Purdue Black gave it their best, and it was a really close match, closer than the scorecard says. And I also think that I believe that Northwest may have done extra scouting beforehand because they.
That's
really
what I'm thinking. I did now
to deal with the ball.
This is a little T, but I think Purdue Black did see, I think, on the NECC Discord, Purdue Northwest looking for a scrim, and then it just said ball comps preferred. So they definitely were prepared to deal with a ball comp like Rafflecopters in general. Purdue Northwest definitely put in their work, put in their, you know, their studies, and to really just see what makes Purdue Black unique and what will stomp them the most. And just, it looks like here they were able to just do that. And as a result, an 0-4 is occurred here, but honestly, I'm proud of Purdue Black. They really tried their best. They did everything they could, but it's just the anti-ball comp Purdue Northwest was constantly running, was just stabbing, you know, Rafflecopter here. Just really unable to, he was unable to just do anything. But really good game to see here.
Yeah, well, Purdue Black, your runner-ups for champions for the Division 5 finals. GG's to Purdue Northwest, and we hope to see them again next year.
Definitely. I'm really hoping to see that again. But again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Yeah, and we will see you in the next potential.
Semester.
Next semester. We will see you guys next semester. But yeah, have a good night. Stay safe. It's a little chilly out there. You know, put a coat on, and we'll